Okay, let me try that again. I was recording a video, and unfortunately my child decided that was the perfect time to come outside with her dog. Anyway, sorry I haven't put up a video in a while. It's been crazy between the holidays and sickness in this house. Every one of us have had the flu. Now, I wasn't even going to make a video today because I woke up with a splitting headache. And what do I see under my algorithm right off the get? The nonsense about yesterday. First of all, this ICE agent was doing his job. Okay? This woman is not some innocent protester who did nothing wrong and was trying to turn her out of the way and get her car out of the way. That is not what occurred. That is not what happened. They gave her an order. She refused the order. She then aimed her vehicle at an ICE agent and stepped on the gas. She did not panic. She did not do anything to evade ICE. She went at ICE. Okay? I'm going to say that. She went at ICE. I've seen, I think, 7 different angles of that video. And I've watched it so many different ways to Sunday. And so many different times. And each time I see the same thing. She turned her tires and stepped on the gas, hitting that ICE agent, having him leave his feet. He lost footing, which means he left his feet, which means there was impact. First of all, when ICE agents tell you to step out of the freaking car, step out of the car. When law enforcement, why do people have this idea in their head that they can ignore an order from law enforcement of any kind? An officer comes up to your car, tells you to get the hell out of your car, you get the hell out of your car. Any officer, federal, state, local, they tell you to get out of your car, you get out of your car. You don't then take your car, turn it around, and turn it into a weapon against said officers. This is getting absolutely out of control. First of all, this woman tracked them all day through that app. And by the way, whoever made that app, they ought to be charged every single time someone uses that app and something like this occurs. That person should be in trouble and be held accountable because it was their app that led that lady to what happened. She had been agitating ICE officers all day. It wasn't their first run-in with her. They went up to her vehicle unarmed and said, "Get out of the vehicle." At that point, she had 2 options. She could do what she did, which cost her life, or she could simply get out of the vehicle and she'd be home today. But she chose the hard route. She chose I'm gonna defend the indefensible. First of all, lady, just so you know, these people wouldn't even allow you at their table because they think LGBTQ plus community is a crime. You do realize that, right? According to the Quran, their religious text, what you are is an affront to God. So maybe you guys should do your research before you protest in protection of criminals who are stealing billions of dollars from children, and they wouldn't even let you at the table. Because in their culture, in their belief, you're an affront to God. Anybody who is a part of the LGBTQ plus community, according to the Islamic faith, would be an affront to Allah. So maybe you guys should do your damn research before you defend the indefensible. This woman mowed down or attempted to mow down an ICE agent. He reacted in self self-defense. He was doing his job. He got hit by a car, reacted in self-defense, and fired 4 shots. She shouldn't have been there. Number 1. Number 2, she should have been home with her wife. Number 3, stop defending the indefensible. And I don't care if people don't like that. I'm sorry, but these people are criminals. They've been laughing at us. They've been mocking us. They've been stealing from us. And then the best part about this, people who are about the LGBTQ++ community are defending these monsters when, guess what? They would get rid of you in a heartbeat. Wouldn't even think twice about it. Why? Because they think you're an affront to God. They think anyone who is a part of the LGBTQ++ community is an affront to Allah. And if you don't believe me, maybe you should look that up. Look up the Quran. Read the Quran, their religious text. Because this is nonsense. Okay, people can call me whatever they want, but it's gotten to the point of ridiculousness. Understand this. I've read the Bible, I've read the Quran, both cover to cover. And I can tell you now, the Quran is not a peaceful book. It is not a peaceful religious text. It is not. It is all about not good. It goes against everything, literally everything Western culture stands for. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom to love who you want. It goes against everything Western society holds dear. And yet you people are defending them. After they stole billions of dollars and got on social media and laughed at us and mocked us. Are you stupid? Could you be a little more naive? Anyone who defends that needs to pick up the book and read it cover to cover, the Quran. And then if you still defend that, then you just ought to be shipped with them back to Somalia. And I'm sorry, but no. When you steal billions of dollars, regardless of them laughing at us and mocking us, whatever, and spitting all over our Constitution, whatever. But when you steal billions of dollars from vulnerable children, what is wrong with you for defending that? Just like defending that Maduro character. What the freak is wrong with you people? He's a dictator. The very thing you said you hated about Trump. You thought Trump was a dictator. This man is actually a proven freaking dictator, and you guys want him free. Do you realize how disgusting that is? Do you realize how many Venezuelan people are happy about this? They love Trump for this. They are thanking Trump for this. And yet you people are defending Maduro. This is how lost you really are. You guys have gotten to the point where you have lost the plot. You have lost the plot. Democratic leaders have like a 6% approval rating. You want to know who that 6% is? Somalians and liberals. That's it. And leftist lunatics, like the woman who tried to mow down an ICE agent. Federal law enforcement tells you, step out of your vehicle. You step out. You get cuffed. You get arrested. You get charged. Then you get to defend yourself. You don't get to defend yourself in front of cameras and on the street and everything. No, that's not where the defense comes into play. If you feel like you were right and that ICE agent was wrong, then you defend yourself in a court of law where you belong. Not on the street. Not interfering with an active investigation. This needs to stop. And people like Frey out of Minnesota and Governor Walz, those leaders, I'm choking on that word, I'm sorry, because they're not leaders. Frey, I didn't even know you were American, number one, so I apologize for that. But number two, really? Tim Walz, really? You want ICE out of your blue state? Do you really? Okay, Trump, sign the Insurrection Act and pull every single dime of federal aid. Pull it all. Let's see how you blue states survive without the handouts, without the free ride. Because that's all blue states are about, is a free freaking ride. Let's bring in all these illegals so they can voter base us and we continue to be in power and they get a free ride. No more. We are done. As a matter of fact, the next president of the United States will probably be one of two people, either J.D. Vance and or Marco Rubio. Now, that being said, J.D. Vance is first choice, Marco Rubio is second choice, and it will either be president and vice president or vice versa. Because nobody would vote Democrat at this point other than liberals and leftist lunatics. Nobody. You have lost every vote except those. And you want to know what? The liberals lost you. Because guess what? You will never hold a seat of power again. We, the American people, will make sure of it. That Minnesota and every other blue state flips red before the end of 2026. Guarantee you, this will be our life's mission, to make every blue state flip red before the end of 2026. And I'll tell you why. Because blue states, with your sanctuary policy, you don't give a flip about America. The only thing you care about is money and power. You disgust. I cannot even believe that people are calling that woman a martyr, a hero, or whatever you want to call it, and the ICE agent was wrong. No, it was the other way around. That ICE agent was defending himself and others. That woman was a criminal. Sadly, tragically, her children no longer have a mother because of her antics. That's disgusting. It's a tragic event. Her wife and her should have been home, not protesting ICE agents in an active investigation. Shame on you. And now this woman has met her maker because of it. And children are without a mother because of it. That is tragic. That should never happen. Not in the streets of America. But why is it? Because you blue state leaders decide that you think it's funny to make ICE out to be the Gestapo, like Tim Walz said. He literally, 2 weeks prior, compared ICE agents in Minnesota to the Gestapo. How do you think people are going to react when you say shit like that, you moron? And Frey, with his, get the fuck out of Minnesota. As I said, you want ICE out? Fine. We'll pull ICE. Trump pull ICE. And cut all federal money to blue states. No food stamps. No welfare of any kind. No WIC. No rental assistance. No Section 8. No federal money at all. All the college tuition pulled. Everything pulled. SSI, SSDI. Done. Pull it all. Because we are tired of this. Blue states, you want to play? We'll play. You want a civil? We'll give you a civil. The last civil war erupted between the North and the South due to what they were doing with the slaves, with the Slavery Act, and all that other stuff that was going on. That was bad. The next one will be America versus the blue leftist lunatics, and we outnumber you 10-1. We are tired of this. Please stop. This is not necessary. And yes, it's all coming from the blue side of things. Yes, this is all coming from the left. This is not coming from the right. You do not see this shit on the right. It's only ever on the left. So you cannot say it's both sides at this point. It is only on the left. I have watched this since the election, day after day. Every different thing that I could watch about this, I have. I have seen this through every angle known to mankind, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt in my mind that what happened yesterday was an act of self-defense, and what that woman did was an act of homeland treason. Homegrown treason. This needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Right the fuck now. Stop defending the indefensible. These people are criminals. They stole billions of dollars from children, vulnerable children. I have a grandson who has autism. That money was earmarked for him and other children like him. And then these evil people come in and they take the money because they want a handout. They want a free ride. They're freeloaders. They're the same people that call you from Nigeria scamming you. Type of thing. We are done with the nonsense. Understand this. Blue leaders, demonic democratic leaders. Understand this. We are done. We are beyond done. You want ICE out? Fine. Trump, pull ICE, and while you're doing it, pull every drop of federal aid to every blue states. They don't want to cooperate, yank their funding. Because you know what? Why should you get a free ride if you don't want to play nice? This tragic event yesterday should never have occurred. Why did it occur? Because you have leaders like Tim Walz calling the ICE agents Gestapo. You have people like Tim Walz, Jacob Frey, Jasmine Crockett, Ilhan Omar calling the President of the United States a dictator, even though they want a dictator, Maduro, freed. Do we see the issue here? And yet these people are free to reproduce and bring in a next generation of poisoned minds. Maybe we do need to be a dictatorship and start tossing these people out on their ears because we're tired of it. We're tired of the nonsense. We're tired of the BS. We're done. These people are not nice people. They are criminals. They stole billions of dollars. They were convicted of stealing billions of dollars of money. And because ICE agents are cleaning up your streets, you want to say shit like, get the heck out, but not in that way. They said, get the beep out of Minnesota. Okay, so Trump, yeah, pull them all out, along with all the federal money that they get. Let's see the survival of the fittest. Let's see who survives. The blue states or the red? I guarantee the red will win. And that's coming from somebody in a blue state. I would rather, as I said, have every driplet of blue-funded money pulled than to keep putting up with this BS. That's how we feel. This is what we voted for. We do not regret voting for Trump. We want Trump. We want this nonsense ended. We want blue states cleaned up. sanctuary policies ended. And all of you people in blue states that want to defend the indefensible, pull all of their funding from blue states. No more Section 8, no more welfare, no more food stamps, no more cash assistance, no more SSI, no more SSDI, no more unemployment, no more anything. Let's see how they do then, shall we? Because I don't think they'll last very long without the blue funding, without the sanctuary money coming in, the policy money coming in, without all that blue free money coming in, the little handout money that they get every month. Pull it all. No more funding for schools. No more funding for anything. No more food stamps for them. No more rent assistance for them. No more anything for them. Pull it all. If it has federal backing, pull it. If it has federal backing, pull it. Stop playing with them because we're done. We're done. Yesterday was the tip of the iceberg. That was it. That was the end of it. We are done with you blue states and you blue state leaders who think it's acceptable to defend the indefensible. We're done. All those people that were stealing billions of dollars in federal money, deport them now. Anybody who defends them, deport them right along with them. I don't care if they're American or not. You're not an American if you're defending the indefensible. You don't have a right to stand there and hold up that flag and say you're an American when you act like you act. You want to defend the indefensible? That's fine. You get deported with them, plain and simple. Because we are tired of it. There is no reason to defend the indefensible. You blue states, you think you got it like that with your sanctuary policies and all that other bullshit? Well, guess what? When you got no food stamps, you got no cash assistance, you got no SSI, SSDI, or Section 8, let's see how you do then. Sign the Insurrection Act, pull all federal money from blue states. God bless.